Hello, bro.
Hello, bro.
Good to see you.
Good to see you, man.
Hope you had a wonderful day today.
Yes, short sleep, but then we are here again. But then I had a beautiful day all
Nice
day.
one, nice one.
Yeah.
Okay, today's game saw Senegal taking on Gambia. And though you're not Senegalese, but I know the match made you happy.
Yeah, it made me happy seeing the goals that I've been longing for. One team scoring 3 goals. And it happened to, will I say, arguably the best team in Africa, the Senegal. Terenga, right? The Terenga Lions of Senegal. Thank you. So, beautiful game of football. They showed class. The difference was too much. How can you be number 20 in the world and you're playing with a team of having 121, ranked 121 in the world, 20 versus 121. The same team that you have, okay, today they played, will I say, arguably to their best frontliners. Starting with, let me start with Sarr. Sarr, I first saw Sarr in the jersey of Watford. The guy, I don't understand why the Premier League clubs didn't retain that guy in Premier League. And then he moved to Marseille. Mind you, while he was in the Premier League, he played 134 times, 131 times, scoring 34 goals. And not just scoring 34 goals. Mind you, he was also being used many a times to play inside the midfield, okay? But then he was well known for playing right-hand side of the attacking side. Yeah, to tell you the kind of team that the Senegalese came with. And at the center, they have their man Diallo. Diallo, who plays for Metz, yes. Then they now have, Diallo is a very, very sweet guy. He played in Strasbourg. He played more than 100 games in Strasbourg, and he scored more than 34 times too.
Wow.
Then you now have the big man. The big man, Mane.
Sadio Mane.
Yeah. Who, in Liverpool shirts, he scored 120 times in 269 games, meaning that, and he played for 6 years. So, see, why am I bringing in this fact? To tell you that there is progression in the Senegalese team. They have what it takes. Oh, I've not even mentioned about their headman, their coach, which we know that most African teams right now are crying out loud about their manager. But then for Senegal, they are not crying because he has also won the title for them. That's Afcon for them. And mind you, one cool thing about this man is that right from 2002, his name has been ringing. Because he, with what's their name? Diouf. They were the one that crumbled France in France World Cup, in 2002 World Cup. They were the ones that beat France 1-0. And at the end of the day, they were the best African side in that 2002 World Cup. He went ahead to take his team to the runners-up of the Nations Cup. Unfortunately for him, he didn't win the Nations Cup as a player. But then as a manager, he came forth and got another runners-up, and people were like, when will he get this? But then Senegal gave him the time, gave him the chance. Say, this is our own, no? Let's give him the time. And what happened? He came and delivered his duty by bringing home the Nations Cup. And that is what we are talking about right now. Will he repeat that feat? There are strong indications. He has showed it now in his first game. I know, yes, some person will be like, nah, man, Gambia. Who are the Gambias? But we have also seen clubs like countries like Equatorial Guinea, surprising the Dali Super Eagles. We've seen Cape Verde. Well, Cape Verde is a top team, like I said yesterday. But then another thing also happened today. Very interesting thing. All are the Ghanaian teams that had more fouls than the goals attempted.
Is it?
Unlike the Ghanaian teams that had more fouls yesterday than attempting goals.
Sorry to you, Ghanaians. Don't take this personal.
Please, they shouldn't take it personal. You know, Akwaba, you are always welcome. When I went to Ghana, I had fun. Oh. So Ghanaians, I love you guys from the depth of my heart. Okay, so you notice that this side, they have what it takes. Gambia on their own, unfortunately for them, they are not really known as a footballing nation. Let's face the fact too. But then I cannot also not talk about their hospitality. I cannot also talk about their tourism. So if you're out there, you want to go to somewhere in Africa and have fun, Gambia is that place. Unfortunately for them, sorry, they can't really play football. Sorry. But then they still have cool players out there making their marks, not as big as they should. But then, okay, I will also need to pull out one particular player today. The guy that got the red card, Adams,
Yes.
who got the red card. He plays with Cardiff. He's 28 and he plays with Cardiff. And yes, shout out to my friends and my family in Cardiff. I love you guys. Man, today could be shout out.
Wow, I'm telling you.
So then, a wonderful night of football. 3 goals, topping the table and hoping that they will qualify for the next round of the game. Yeah.
All right, sorry, I didn't want to ask you this question, but I'm not trying to hurt your feelings, Super Eagles. I want you to really draw what has really been the difference between Senegal and Super Eagles. I know there's a huge difference, but from your own end, sorry to you, Super Eagles, I'm not trying to be. I know you guys played yesterday, but there's a reason I'm asking this question. So, Mr. Victor, can you please tell me the difference?
The difference with this team is that, okay, look at today, their midfield, where we are expecting that persons like Mane will score, but in their midfield, if we found out that they had a very good guy out there that scored 2 goals today.
That's Lamine.
Lamine Camara.
Camara.
Yes. He scored 2 goals.
20-year-old.
20-year-old. Scoring 2 goals. He plays for France. You know, Senegalese and France, they are tied together. I don't know their umbilical cord, whether they tie them together. You find out that one way or the other, you start your football in France. But then, it's a long history. We are not doing history today. So, you find out that you cannot compare these 2 sides with the Super Eagles. The Senegalese team already have a cohesion. They already have players that work for them. They have a team. They are bonded already. Not the Nigerian team that today, this person will come. Tomorrow, you bring another person. Testing the microphone. That has been how the Super Eagles has been all this while. You have a Senegalese team that their manager has been there for almost a decade. You cannot compare that with the Super Eagles now. Okay? You cannot compare that. And you have a manager that is blood, as in he knows where all their players are. He is part of the country. I'm not trying to say that international coaches are not good. After all, Africa has also been doing Cameroon. Remember that? Well, I can't remember his name, but then they had a very fantastic gaffer back then, a French guy, a Frenchman, and he did well for the Cameroonian team. I'm not saying that we cannot get a foreign coach. Personally, I do not see a Nigerian that is really qualified to carry the Super Eagles. See, we have talents, no 2 ways about that. But then, who do you want? If some persons, I know some persons out there, we are emotional, we are patriotic, I totally understand that. But on paper, let's go down to his. You are supporting Chelsea, you are supporting Arsenal. When your coach will do it, sack him. But then, for national team, you say, home base. But who has that credential? Let's face the fact, who has the credential in Nigeria? Mind you, is it not only say that, what's his name, Mikel Obi came out to say that he's not a coach?
Rubbish team, and he'll be responsible for Eyama retiring from Super Eagles.
As in name. So let's not forget all those facts, okay? We do not, when we say, Amunike, I beg. 2 years ago now, what can you say about Amunike? What has his achievements? You can say, okay, he took Tanzania to a higher high, but then this is the national Super Eagles of Nigeria, where you have 200 million people as footballers, where they play. You won't come say you want to use our. Let me keep my cool. But then we miss Stephen Keshi.
Yeah.
I personally miss Stephen Keshi. Had he been, he was alive. That's the kind of coach you'll be talking about. Look at Fini the Judge. Unfortunately for Fini the Judge, he was rubbished. Okay? What about Sia? He was rubbish. He was banned, and he's trying to find his life back now. Thank God to the government and the people of Bayelsa who is holding their brother tight. But then, who am I to judge him to know whether he did what FIFA said that he did? But then these are the issues we have. We really do not have a local coach that can carry the Super Eagles to the promised land. No. No.
All right. Thank you very much for joining me at this point. I really appreciate you.
Thank you,
so
brother.